Hey everybody, Crafting Journey here. There has been a verdict in the case of Aaron Dean. I'm going to bring that to you. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to listen to the verdict. When we get a few people in here, I've got to get to it. They've already read the verdict, but I'm not allowed to carry it live. So it was read a few minutes ago, but I will show you this on repeat. I am sharing the screen now, and the judge will be entering the courtroom here in a few minutes, and then we will watch this together. So this just happened about 20 minutes ago. So just kind of waiting here to see what's going on. Hi, Melissa B. I was napping, and I don't know how I didn't hear this, but I think because it was on the screen and the reading was so quick. So I'm trying to fast forward to it, but I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in. But so hi Lisa, welcome. All right, yeah. It'll be playing here in a couple of minutes, the verdict. This is not live. This was live about 30 minutes ago. But I wanted to go ahead and bring it to you guys. I read the chat, so I know what it is. But let me take it out of. Let me put it on full screen so we don't spoil it. There we go. So I'm just going to let it play, and let me fast forward a little bit here. There we go. Okay, that should bring us to the verdict. Okie doke. Yeah, I know little about what occurred, except that they've been deliberating for 13 hours today. Yesterday for 7.5, and then some more today. So a total of about 13 hours. Hi, Cats Gallery. Welcome.
You ready? Court has received information from the jury that they have reached a verdict. Are both sides ready to receive the verdict?
State's ready, Your Honor.
Defense? Yes. To members of the gallery, I have appreciated everything that you have done throughout this trial. We are at a point that a lot of people have been waiting for, but there can be nothing that occurs when I announce this verdict. I have no idea what the verdict is. There can be no outbursts. There can be no demonstrations. There can be no response in this courtroom. If you think you cannot control yourself, step outside and go next door. I will not hesitate to impose sanctions for people who violate this admonition. Does everyone understand? All right, let's bring in the jury. Stay right. Everyone may be seated. Good afternoon. Mr. Presiding Juror, it's my understanding that the jury has reached a verdict. Is that correct? Is it a unanimous verdict? If you'd hand it, please, Deputy Nicholson. Mr. Dean, if you would, sorry about that. Verdict reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Aaron York Dean guilty of the offense of manslaughter as signed by the presiding juror. Does either side desire a poll?
State does not, Your Honor.
Be seated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call your juror number, okay? And the question I'm going to ask you is this manslaughter verdict your individual verdict? Juror number 1, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 3, is this your verdict? Juror number 4, is this your verdict? Juror number 6, is this your verdict? Juror number 14, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 15, is this your verdict? Juror number 21, is this your verdict? I'm sorry? Okay. Juror number 31, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 32, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 37, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 38, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, your verdict will be received and filed, and I'm going to ask you to step back into the jury room for a few minutes. We are now back under the rules that we were under. Don't discuss the case amongst yourselves because we will go into the punishment phase. I need to discuss with the lawyers timing on that. So give us just a few minutes and I'll be back in a few minutes. All rise.
So that was an interesting verdict. I am curious if they ever come back. I'll fast forward it here in a minute to see.
Everyone may be seated. I need to see the lady on the back row. Come up, please, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Come on up. Mhm. Can you tell me who you are, please, ma'am?
My name is Peyton Jackson.
And Ms. Jackson, was there a portion of my instructions that you did not understand?
No,
So why were you causing a ruckus at the end when I was talking to the jury?
I wasn't.
Well, it obviously was. You're not allowed to come. You need to talk to your client. Y'all need to talk. When y'all get to a point, let's talk in chambers. All right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
That was interesting. Apparently there was an outburst that we didn't hear. I'm going to fast forward to see if the judge ever comes back into the room. I don't think he does. And I'll tell you, we'll discuss that a little bit further. All right, let's see if he comes back. Here's what I think happened after 13 hours. I think this was a compromised verdict. I think there was probably some holdouts on the intentional murder, and this was their way of saying, we want to spend another night in sequestration, so let's come to an agreement. And they probably agreed on manslaughter. If he had been convicted of the intentional murder, he would have been facing 5 years to life, and the sentence for manslaughter is anywhere from 2 years to 20 years. Now, it was my understanding that the jury decides the sentence, which is why he told them they're back under the same rules. They are not allowed to discuss the case. So I have a feeling they'll be back tomorrow morning, the jury, to start the sentencing phase. Now, I'm not sure why the jury is deciding this penalty. That's not clear to me. Oh my God, can you guys hear this window in my house? The wind is blowing so hard here. that the window is making this weird noise, and it's really distracting. Can you guys hear me at all? Can you hear me? Yeah. I hope you guys can hear me. So they're back in chambers at this point. They're still back in the chambers discussing the victim impact and sentencing timing, because it'll probably be tomorrow or sometime soon. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay. As long as I have that window, so it sounds like a cow. I know, it's the stupid window. That wind is, man, when I was walking this morning, it was like 28 degrees, but the wind chill was just ridiculous. It was so windy. Let me see if I can fix this window. It's crazy loud. This house is 70 years old, so I can't even reach the window. Anyway, I don't know if they're going to come back. Let me fast forward a little bit further. Okay, this is all right. We're up to current time now, and I'm understanding that they're still in chambers and that they still may be back to discuss timing on camera, on the record. So I'm sure that a Tatiana Jefferson's family was present. I'm sure it was a very, it wasn't the verdict they had hoped for, I'm sure. You thought one of my peppers was snoring. No. You hear me on the window. Well, it stopped for a second. Oh my gosh. So last night I was up till like 4 a.m. So I was snoozing in the bedroom. I really wasn't sound asleep or anything, because I was waiting for this verdict, and it worked out fine, because I'm really not supposed to cover these things live, because Law and Crime gets upset. They don't care if you cover it, use their feed, because it's all public use anyway. But they don't want it to be simultaneous with what they're covering. So it's okay that it was 20 minutes after the verdict. You thought one of my dogs was snoring. That would have been Tootsie. Tootsie, well, although Duncan can snore pretty loud himself every now and then, you'd think, oh my God, he needs CPAP. He snores so loud sometimes, but not all the time. Tootsie's not so bad. Tootsie sleeps with me every night, pretty much every night. Every now and then she'll go sleep with Jean. Outside the courtroom, the outburst in the hallway was so intense outside the courtroom. Oh, see, now I didn't hear about that. Oh, I bet it was. Especially after he talked to that woman. He really called her out, didn't he? I'm still reading the Law and Crime feed. They're still live. I can't even imagine the sentence that he's going to get. I wouldn't hazard a guess. I really wouldn't. So I'm being told sentencing will be tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. The judge will not go back on the record today. Unclear if Dean was taken immediately into custody. Okay. He probably was. So this makes for interesting timing, because I'm going to be covering the verdict in the midwife case at 9 a.m. So I probably will not cover the sentencing for this live, only because I'm really curious about, the verdict for the midwife case is a bench trial. It's a bench trial. The judge has said, he listened to the closing arguments today. And when they were done, he said, I will deliberate this afternoon and tonight, and I will deliver my verdict at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I think, given the choice of which one I should cover, I mean, it's up to you guys, but I would prefer to cover the midwife verdict. And maybe then we could backtrack and hear, go into the sentencing of Dean. I'm sure there's going to be some victim impact before the sentencing. So, and I'm unclear about this whole jury deciding the sentencing thing. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it's weird. So who was covering outside the courtroom? I'm curious. I would like to have seen that. I'm just checking my phone. Court TV covered it. Yeah, this is Long Crime here, and they did not show any ruckus that occurred outside the courtroom. So it might have been Court TV. Let me. I'm gonna stop sharing this, and then maybe switch over to Court TV and see what they covered. You said it just popped up on your feed. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let me see if I can find it. So let me share this Court TV verdict. Let's see.
Everyone may be seated. Good afternoon. Mr. Presiding Juror, it is my understanding that the jury has reached a verdict. Is that correct? Is it a unanimous verdict? If you'd hand it, please, to Deputy Nicholson. Mr. Dean, if you would stand. Oh, sorry about that.
I don't know why it looks like that. Hold on. Shouldn't look like that. Oh, it's just on full screen that it looks like that. That's weird. Okay, I'll keep cut.
Verdict reads, we, the jury, find the defendant Aaron York Dean guilty of the offense of manslaughter as signed by the presiding juror. Does either side desire a poll?
State does not, Your Honor.
You may be seated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call your juror number, okay? And the question I'm going to ask you is this manslaughter verdict your individual verdict? Juror number 1, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 3, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 4, is this your verdict? Juror number 6, is this your verdict? Juror number 14, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 15, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 21, is this your verdict? I'm sorry? Okay. Juror number 31, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 32, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 37, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 38, is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, your verdict will be received and filed, and I'm going to ask you to step back into the jury room for a few minutes. We are now back under the rules that we were under Don't discuss the case amongst yourselves because we will go into the punishment phase. I need to discuss with the lawyers timing on that. So give us just a few minutes and I'll be back in a few minutes. All rise.
The judge has delivered this verdict, guilty of manslaughter.
Everyone may be
They
seated.
said
I need to
unanimous
see the lady on the
decision.
back row.
Back to court.
Come up, please, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Come on up. Can you tell
Window.
me who you are, please, ma'am?
My name is Amy Jackson.
And Ms. Jackson, was there a portion of my instructions that you did not understand?
No,
So why were you causing a ruckus at the end when I was talking to the jury?
I wasn't.
Well, it obviously was. You're not allowed to come.
All right, let me
Talk
tell
to the
you what.
client. Y'all need to talk. When y'all get to a point, let's talk in chambers, all right? Yes, sir. Thank you.
Defendant, you can see his face, his expression. It did not change. We were watching him while the verdict was read by the judge, guilty of manslaughter. It still hasn't changed. Let me bring back in my guests, Matt Johnson, Nima Rahmani, and let me tell you all what just, not you all, I know you were watching with me, but viewers, if they were confused as to what just happened, the judge sent the jury out to say, we've got to figure out when the punishment phase is going to start. And we understand that's going to start today. But then he had someone brought up to the bench.
A family member.
Was it a family member?
Yeah, because their last name is Jackson.
Oh my gosh, because they reacted in the courtroom. He had admonished everyone before that jury came in and said, no reactions. I won't have it. So I can assume they must have reacted in that courtroom, Matt.
So it was a family member. Although the woman's name is Jefferson, not Jackson. So I don't know that that really was a family member. Yeah. Hi, Natalie's Beautiful Things. Welcome. Okay, let me turn all this off. Okay, can't turn the window off. Sorry. Yeah, so I can imagine that the family was not happy with this verdict. They wanted first degree murder, and that did not happen. So I will be live tomorrow at 9 a.m. I can go live at 8:30. We'll cover whatever happens between 8:30 and 9, but at 9 I'm going to switch over to the verdict in the midwife case. So I will see everybody then. If anybody wants to, unless you want me to hang out and discuss. Any questions, comments? Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 8:30. So I got to get up early, walk the dogs. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.